Hi, we're Quiet Riot. Have you heard the news? There's good rockin' tonight.
When did you first pick up a guitar? How old were you?
About 14. I'm 32 now, so...
What caused you to do it? To eventually pick it up? Did somebody come along in your life and say...
Probably the Smothers Brothers was as good a reason as any, because that was around that time. I just wanted to play the guitar, and then I had that baritone uke I think my parents gave me for Easter. And I wanted that. I had a girlfriend, and she had a guitar, and we used to try to work out folk songs or something and sing them together. And then, of course, when the Beatles and all that started happening, and I had some Bob Dylan songbooks and my harmonica in a clothes hanger and everything, you know. I was a jerk, I suppose, but, you know, I was cute.
It was uncool for girls to be rockers, in fact, wasn't it?
Well, I don't think it was uncool, no. I just think that probably it was, you were a little bit more of a closet case, because I was a bit shy to go out with the guys, you know.
Wait a minute, you were shy?
Oh, I was very shy, yeah, when I was back in those days. Yeah, I overcame it in my early 20s.
Yes, you did, didn't you?
We got money.
Are you your own worst critics?
I think so.
Definitely. Tough to please.
Except for Robert Christgau.
Yeah, no, we're definitely our own worst critics. You know, especially on this last album, we really didn't compromise in any way, and I think it shows.
Can I ask about the democracy in the studio?
It's the dual papacy of rock.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't outvote each other, so...
Yeah.
Well, we can.
We kind of do things by consensus in the studio, because we don't really use... We do most everything in the control room now. We hardly even use the studio except for drums or maybe guitar. You can put the guitar amps out there or something. And we're all standing around in the studio together, and we kind of, like I said, our bass player, our guitar player, and John and me usually sit around together and figure out what we're going to do. And it's like, well, let's try this, let's try that. And it is kind of democracy. I mean, we're the compositional heads, but really the ideas, overdub ideas, is kind of thrown around together.
It says a lot about you that you allow outside.
Well, we allow it because we developed that creative situation with our band. They're so integrally involved now with our music, and they understand what we want, so it can happen. Before that couldn't happen. So.
You surrounded yourself with good people.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Where did you write Hold Me Now, and how did it come together?
Hold Me Now was written in this sweaty little attic.
In a heat wave, yeah.
Yeah.
It was so hot.
In South
Virginia Water in Surrey in England, and it's a normal thing. Summer, heat wave, everyone's caught out. After a week, everyone's moaning about it.
We don't often have hot weather, so there's no air conditioning, you know.
Help! That record camping torture.
Did it come in as one line, one seed, or was it...
It started with the bass, with that drum pattern, really, just boom, boom, boom. And then I wrote the chorus about Hold Me Now.
Interestingly, we knew instantly that we were onto something hot with that one. It was just... Now, some songs take a lot of building and crafting, and you think, you know, it's like an interesting idea, but it's not quite like, whereas this one is zoomed onto the tape thing.
I was just making a note to myself, Hold Me Now and Cruel Summer, written about that same hot summer in London, came up with 2 hits, one Bananarama and one Thompson Twins. So I hope you enjoyed that. This is Show 100 of Good Rockin' Tonight. I'm Terry David Mulligan. One of the hottest new groups in the world today is Tears for Fears, and Roland and Kurt are going to come by and talk about a track called Mother's Talk, which was actually off an EP that came out and is now included on Songs from the Big Chair, which is a great album. Before we play you Mother's Talk, here's the guys from Tears for Fears.
That's exactly what it is. It stems from 2 little ideas. One is something that English mothers say to their English children, which is, if you're pulling a face, you know, like children sometimes do, they say, you'll stay like that when the wind changes. That's one idea. And the other idea is exactly what you're talking about, When the Wind Blows, which is a cartoon book by Raymond Briggs, which is an anti-nuclear thing, which is really good. So yeah, that's right. For instance, the lyrics, when the weather starts to burn, then you'll know that you're in trouble. Yeah. It's the closest we'll ever get to an anti-nuclear song, yeah.
Only we can
that band is so hot. Tears for Fears and Mother's Talk from Songs from the Big Chair, which includes the #1 hit, Shout, and that's what we want to talk to you about. It's trivia time. In that song, they sing, shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. So our question to you is, in your life, what are the things you can do without? The most creative answer, there's got to be lots of them, will be chosen May the 10th. And here's our address. Good Rockin' Tonight, Post Office Box 4600, Vancouver, BC, V6B4A2, CBC Television, you know, stuff like that. Also, the winner and a friend will fly to Toronto, unless they're already in the area. They'll stay at a top hotel, get $100 spending money, be chauffeured to the Tears concert in May, be shown to front row seats, get tour jackets to keep and wear, and finally get to meet the band backstage after the show. You gotta admit, it's worth the risk involved, plus the work. Get your letter in now. The winner will also receive a complete collection of Tears for Fears albums, including the tough-to-find Tears for Fears Shout promotional copy and the deleted Tears for Fears Mother's Talk EP. If you are 19 years old or under, you must be accompanied by an adult. 50 of you in a runners-up capacity will get autographed albums. And on next week's show, we're going to show you Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Hi, I'm John Lodge of the Moody Blues.
I'm Justin Hayward, and you're watching Good Rockin' Tonight.